Hi guys, welcome to another basement recap by Diminias, and this week we are talking about One Piece 722. And this chapter picks up right where the last one left off, obviously. Rebecca being jeered, booed, harassed by the audience in the coliseum in Dressrosa. And obviously Luffy is really upset about some of the accusations they made, and he's one to realize that his last fight, just totally personified what's going on here. Is what happened with another person is no reason to hold a grudge against this person. So they continue to jeer and say, well, I can make a name for myself if I kill her. I can become a hero for the country, even. Until Cavendish shows up, who, I'll be honest, he's a giant douchebag. He shows up on a goddamn white horse and, just these fancy clothes, everybody else just chilling out, and here what he does is actually really cool. He stands up for somebody and says, listen, if you're not going to come out here and try and kill this person yourself, then you have no reason to be harassing, jeering, booing anybody. The combat happens in this coliseum. If you're not in this coliseum, in this ring right now, you have no right. So don't get me wrong, that's kind of cool, but the guy is still a douche, because after he does this, Rebecca thanks him, and he's just like, oh, I'm going to go find a reporter or something that can interview me, blah, blah, blah. So it's kind of a douchey move right after he did something so cool, but I think that's kind of his character. So this round gets going, and I'm glad what happens here is we cut away. It's been 3 whole chapters of Coliseum with almost nobody else. And we cut to the soldier, Mr. Soldier, as well as the little gnomes, Robin, Usopp, and Frankie with him as well. And we also get a shot of Sanji and the samurai, as well as Zoro running through town trying to rescue Nami, who is on the ship. Now, we finally get to see what happens on the ship. And I think this is also important. Is the ship is basically turned into a lousy piece of art. It's obvious there's inspiration from several different artists involved in this. But this scene on the Sunny is basically ridiculous, where waves are, rushing over and the Sunny's riding over them, blah, blah, blah. And it seems like Brooke is under some sort of spell almost. Like, oh yeah, this person I'm here is a real artist. I really could appreciate it. And you can tell that Nami and Chopper anytime now, because she starts to hint that, well, these two are going to become art permanently, as in stop breathing, as in stop living. And Brooke obviously has planned this from the start and basically says, hey, here's my violin, here's my my bow that I play my violin with. And come to find out, he actually turns the cane back into normal and cuts her with his normal maneuver of sheathing the blade and saying, you've already been cut type move, which is pretty cool. So Brooke saves the day. No need for Zoro or Sanji to get involved, although that's interesting because now they're running away from a potential battlefield where they could really be used. Next we come to the Law versus Doflamingo versus Admiral Fujitora fight. And it's pretty obvious Law is sitting on the ground, actually laying on the ground, defeated, and it looks like Doflamingo has his heart. Yet again. That seems to be a theme for Law, is his heart seems to be in somebody else's hand constantly. But we get an explanation of the world nobles, which is interesting. Doflamingo explains that there are 20 celestial dragons, or 20 families of celestial dragons, and 19 of those decided to live in a certain spot. I can't pronounce the name. I'm sure I'll catch heat for that. And basically, these people who left, those countries' leaders left to go live in this spot after they created a world government. And new leaders had to be found. So, new royalty was created. And the Riku family happens to be the family that was created to run Dressrosa. But what we find out is actually pretty interesting, is Doflamingo's family are celestial dragons. That's right, big shocker, he's actually a world noble who's playing pirate, who's still ruling his home country of Dressrosa. So I thought that twist was very awesome, and it fits because it's obvious that Doflamingo has connections within the world noble, within the celestial dragons, with the Navy, blah blah blah, that he's got a lot more pull with them than most other Shibukai. So I thought that was very interesting. The twist was perfect, and this episode gave us what we wanted. We wanted to see what was happening with Nami and Chopper and Brooke. We wanted to see what was happening with Frankie and Robin and Usopp. And we got a touch of the Coliseum. This is how the last few episodes should have gone, in my opinion. But we move on. I thought this was a very good chapter, and that's all I can say, is I'm glad we finally got a taste of something other than the Coliseum. So, guys, if you liked the video, please like, subscribe, and comment. If you didn't like the video, please comment and tell me why you didn't like it. Tell me why I'm a jackass. Tell me why I'm a douchebag. I don't care. Just hit me up. I like feedback. I'll talk to you guys all you want about this stuff, because I'm an addict just like you guys. So take it easy, guys. Adios.